These early races are pathetic at Santa Anita, but I can tell you, Gabe nails the late ones.
Welcome to Track Talk with TrackGabe, horse racing's best podcast. Now here's your host, TrackGabe.
Hey, what's going on? I'm here in the dungeon, Santa Anita, and guess who I got? All-star handicapper Bobby Caffiero. How are you, sir?
Good. What's going on?
Well, him and I just we were ending the same horses, and it didn't work out.
We didn't even talk before. We ended on the same horses too.
We didn't even talk, and we were ending the same horses. And the notorious jockey that neither him and I like beat us, but nonetheless, you know what that means is that we're due. And I'll introduce you to Bobby. He's on Live and Breathe Horse Racing Group. He's also a big-time DJ over in South Florida. Very good handicapper. He's a moderator at Live and Breathe Horse Racing as well on Facebook. He's a good friend of mine and a very good handicapper. Him and I exchange thoughts all the time. And you got some good horses for us on, or you got to pick 3 for us tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm coming right back at it. My favorite bet in all the horse racing is that Santa Anita late pick 3. The $3 minimums. You beat a favorite or 2 in there, and it pays huge. I had
sure does.
I had 3 of them in one weekend. Each one of them was like $700 each. So, yeah, it's definitely the pool I'm going after. And I usually have a formula that I like to when I like to jump into that pool. I want to have a single. I want to have a leg with maybe 2 deep or so, and then I just want to spread all over town in the third race or one of the 3. So Friday, tomorrow's card, I think fits it absolutely perfect because I have a race that I have no idea who the hell's going to win. I got a single that I absolutely love, and I'm 2 deep in another. So just to kick it off, 7th race, I got no clue. I'm on 8 different horses here, maybe more. I got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Way to narrow it down.
Yeah, well, I'm narrowed in the other ones, and the ticket only costs $48, so why not?
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, you know what? We've mentioned this in the group before, and I've mentioned this to friends and anybody out there that's listening. And a lot of people will attest to this. If you go more than 4 deep in a race or 5 deep in a race, that means you don't have a strong opinion. So you might as well go as deep as you can in the race.
Exactly.
So there's been so many times, and today was a great example of that. I was 4 deep in the last race today, and I got beat by, if I would have won all, I would have won. So I'm just telling you, when somebody is going deep in a race, that, that's not a bad thing, because obviously the race is tough, and it could be up, there's not any horse that's standing out. So obviously, you think most of these horses can win. So I love that you're doing this. So and that's why we bet favorites too, so we could spread in others.
Yeah. Plus, the morning line in this race is 7-2. I mean, whoever wins this race is going to pay.
Yeah.
So I'm all over it. My top choice would probably be the 10 with Rispoli, but it's a terrible post on the turf. I mean, you got Barrios on a first-time American starter on the rail. I mean, he's 6-1 or something like that. I mean, there's speed. Maldonado's got speed on the 2 that's inside. I mean, any one of these horses could win. So yeah, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 deep in the first leg. That brings me to my single 8th race. Something like this. You got 2 big-time horses. It's a Hijazi versus Eagles Flight head-to-head. You got to take a stand one way or the other. I'm going Eagles Flight. Flightline's brother, the 45-4 drill on June 1st. Hijazi's been off about a year and a half. You look at the form, you see all those stakes races, graded this, whatever. He never won any of them. He's got a win in a maiden special weight and an OC 50. So I'll take my swing. It's Baffert and JJ. He's going to get bet. I'm all over Eagles Flight, especially with that the way he's been working. I like the cutback for him. So that's definitely my single right there.
I'm not sure if things when a Ray did for me for a second. So just to clarify, you're singling Eagles Flight, right?
I'm singling Eagles Flight. Yeah, I like the cutback for him. The works at 45-4 on June 1st. Hijazi, like I was saying, as sexy as the form looks with all the graded stakes, this and that, he never won any of them. He won a maiden special weight and an OC 50. He's been off a year and a half. He's going to take a ton of money because of Baffert and JJ. I'm going Eagles Flight. It's more recent. The way he's working, that's Flightline's brother. I mean, you got to go one way or the other, I think, in that one, and that's the direction I'm going. There's tons of speed. I think he sits a perfect trip and has more than enough to finish it off. So there's my single in the 8th.
If I could add to the race, just real quick.
Yeah.
If you look at this race, anybody handicapping this race, you have the 3-horse Hijazi, 44 flat speed. You have the 4-horse Embenek or whatever, however you say it, goes to the front.
Oh, yeah.
You have the 5-horse Vlahos, who we all know is speed only, goes to the front. You have the 6-horse Traeger, another speed horse, goes to the front. These horses are probably going to kill each other off. And you know who's the closers in the race? The 1 and the 2. But the 1 seems a little overmatched. But you know what? If the race falls apart, the 1 could be in your supers and tries. Keep that in mind. If the race really falls apart, and remember, pace makes the race, everybody. So if the race falls apart, then maybe, just maybe, the 1 could be in the super. And that'll make your super pay big. But just like Bobby said, the 2-horse Eagles Flight is going to get the perfect trip behind all these speed horses.
Yeah.
So Bobby's a good handicapper. He knows pace. He looks at pace. And that's why whenever you see this guy, he's on the show, listen to him. He's smart.
I mean, he's coming out of those routes. Was it mile 16th, the last one he ran? Cutting back to 6 furlongs. He should be loaded.
He'll be loaded. He'll have a ton of bottom. You're right.
Yeah, so that's my single, and then that'll get us to the 9th race, and it's a maiden claimer, 50K, 3 and up. Most of these horses in here are 3, except for 3 of them, and 2 of them are the 4-year-olds that I'm going to go after with the top 2 jockeys on the turf at the track. Number 2, Tease Touch, hasn't raced in over a year, but placed at maiden special weight at 6
for. What number was that?
The 2. Rispoli's horse.
I think that's the 5, isn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's 5 and 7. I'm on. Yeah, is it? You got the form there?
Yeah, it's 5.
Tease touch. 5. Yeah, Tease Touch. So
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure
thanks.
Somebody might just hear he likes the 2 and then go.
Yeah. No, it's definitely the 5, Tease Touch. I mean, he hasn't raced in a long time, but when he was, it was maiden special weight, 6 furlongs. Never even went over to a route. The horse is bred to run long, and you got Rispoli. You got to use him. He's 4 in a field full of 3-year-olds. Yeah. Most of them haven't even faced 3 and up company. They're straight 3-year-olds. So and plus who's it? D'Amato's his trainer, right? D'Amato's got 2 in here, and this is the one Rispoli winds up on. I think Franco's on the other one. But so I'm going to follow Rispoli and this one. So I like the 5, Tease Touch. The other one's first-time starter for John Sadler. Barrios aboard. Number 7, Say Never No More. He's definitely bred to run long. He's 4. He's working out great. It's Barrios. I'm going to end to these 2 and hope Tyler Bays doesn't wind up on some freaking horse that has no business beating me, just like he just did just now. But
yeah, exactly.
So that's to read off the whole ticket. I got in the 7th, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. In the 8th, I got the 2, and then the 9th, I got 5 and 7. So a $3 pick 3 costs $48. And if it's bombs away in a 7, this thing easily pays $500, $600, $700 or more.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you could get a nice, decent price on the first, and it's not like the last race is very easy as well. A lot of people are going to be using 3, 4 horses. I think 4, 5, 7, 8 are going to be getting majority of the action. So I like this, and and I hope you get chaos in that 7th race. And I
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
if you want to back it up, since the $48 is not that much, you want to throw a few more dollars, you could wind up playing a $7 ticket that's single to 10 in the 7th, who would probably be favorite. And then you go Eagles Flight, and then you do 5 and 7. That's $14 more. Now you got a $10 pick 3 with the favorite in the 7th and the other choices there. So it's even a $10 pick 3. If it pays $80 for a 3, I mean, you're doing pretty good.
Or how about this one? This would be mine. I would go 1, 4, 8, 10 in race 7. Key Eagles Flight 4, 5, 7. Off the top of my head, what is that? That's $36, right? 4 by 3.
Yeah,
That's not bad. That's not the minimum this is going to pay is like what, 150, right? Even if it's
and if you get bombs away in the 7th, again, $500, $600, $700, maybe more.
Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, especially if you can beat that 5 and I mean, if the 7 wins the last race, it'll help the pay. Yeah, I like that.
5-1. Who's the 4? You said you like the 4 in that one too. Is that JJ's horse?
Yeah, I like. I'm just thinking 1, 4, 8, 10, but I'm not fully finished with that race. But as of now, I was looking at 1, 4, 8, 10 in there. But so I even think it's a tough race because I got to go 4 deep at least in that race.
Yeah, there's not any. It looks like the 10 is the best horse in there, but the post position is terrible, and there's a lot of speed inside of him. That I mean, Maldonado can get the lead and be gone. Mikey Smith I think he's on the 3. He could get the lead and be gone. I mean, I think JJ's got a solid horse in there. Barrios is on the rail. Any one of those horses could win that race.
And another thing, just before we go, you could also like look at the odds, look at the horses on the paddock. Look at the horses on television, see if you like anything, because you're starting this race in the 7th race. Yeah. So that's another key thing too. So if a horse is up there and they're, you don't like how they look on the track or just for any reason you don't like the horse anymore, then you could just knock them off your ticket or add somebody else on your ticket who's getting like tons of action or something. That's another good thing. So one thing I do like is that when you're spreading in the first leg, you know, so that's a good thing. So thank you very much, Bobby. We're going to have you on again. Appreciate your patience. We tried to get you on earlier, but like I said, we had a Google iCloud issue that was affecting millions of websites, and unfortunately, this was one of them. So thank you, my friend. You're a good buddy. Can't wait to meet you when you're in South Florida. This is the Mr. DJ over there, man. This is the man right there. And thank you so much. And we'll next time you're on the show, man, we'll do some back east stuff too. Because I know you love that back east stuff too.
There's not much this weekend, Beck. I'm going to Gulfstream on Sunday just for Father's Day with my wife and kid, but I haven't even looked at the card yet. It's June, mid-June. Gulfstream ain't going to be much of nothing, whatever. But just going for fun, whatever.
Hey, there'll be some Santa Anita for you.
Yeah,
Santa Anita.
It's good to
remember this weekend at Santa Anita, Saturday and Sunday. Both cards have 12 races.
Nice.
So I know you like that.
Oh, also, while I had it, I did want to talk about Monmouth has a huge card Saturday, real quick. Paco's not there, but I think a lot of it might be because Flavian Pratt showed up, because looking at the form, I think he wins about 6 or 7 of them. And 2 in particular that I liked a lot was in the 8th race, I think that's the Pegasus, Garamond, if I'm saying that right. It's Chad Brown's horse. Listen, it's Monmouth, it's speed. You got Flavian Pratt on the fastest horse. That's both of these. So that's in the 8th race, number 3, Garamond. And in the 10th, number 9, Bishop's Bay. Again, Flavian Pratt, speed, Monmouth. I think those are strong, probable singles. So if you're playing Monmouth, look into those.
Yeah. I mean, and that's Saturday, right?
Yeah, they got. I think there's like 5 or 6 stake races. I don't know who's going to be at Aqueduct, because every jockey there is either at Monmouth or I seen Irad in Delaware.
I was going to say Irad's in Delaware. Delaware's got a good card too. I already looked at it.
Yeah,
I'm invested. I'm betting Delaware on Saturday.
Look at Monmouth. It's a better card than the Delaware's.
Oh,
there's
you know what?
6 stakes on there. A lot of them on the turf. Chad Brown, the Flavien Pratt's there. Johnny V is there.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
that sounds good to me. I'm gonna. You know what? You don't have to pull my chain. I'm gonna look at
look at Monmouth.
Even though I always like to bet, I'm a sucker for some Paco Lopez. I think he's so good. But
Paco's in Delaware. Paco's not even there. I don't know.
Oh, he's not even there. Oh, that's even better.
That either means he's got an absolute mortal lock somewhere in Delaware, or he's scared to death of Flavien Pratt.
Yeah,
I think Flavien comes in there and wins at least 6.
Wow, Flavien has that many mounts?
He's on like almost every race.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay. Now that I know Pratt's riding all those horses at Monmouth, now I'm going to add another race to another card to my repertoire. Thank you for making me work harder, Bobby. That's what you do.
Yeah. One thing.
What a great friend you are, Bobby.
One thing you want to look for Samuel Marion on the turf there. He has been destroying the turf at Monmouth.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting some good East Coast. I don't know if you could hear the accent, even though Bobby is living in South Florida. You could tell he's an East Coast guy.
Yeah, I grew up. I lived literally 5 miles from Aqueduct and Belmont, right in the middle. So,
right in the middle, right there.
Yeah, I'm from Valley Stream, Long Island, which is the next town over from Elmont and Ozone Park on either side. So,
how cool!
Yeah. So,
all right,
I'll see you guys on the site.
Yeah, look for us at Live and Breathe, and thank you, and thanks for all your picks, and we'll make some money, okay?
For sure.
Take care, my man.
All right, later.
Just because I'm retired, and all I can tell you is I can recall taking kids to the backstretch at Hollywood Park. They fed the horses, they learned about the horses, and now I know.
We got George O, the famous George O. How are you, sir?
Very good to be with you, Gabe. Wishing a happy Father's Day weekend to all the fathers out there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Sunday's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. A lot of them. We're going to have some nice events this week, I heard, too.
Yeah. I mean, both Saturday and Sunday here in Santa Anita, 12 races. So we got a lot of races. And Saturday, a lot of stuff for Dad, a lot of events. But the main event, of course, is racing Saturday and Sunday with 12 big races.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I love when it's big cards like that. You know they're going to get their turf racing in, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you got a horse for us for Saturday, right?
Yeah, I love Saturday's card. I think we're gonna make money like in race 4. I don't think Thought Process can lose. It's just a free square. Mrs. Asters enters Saturday and Sunday, whichever one she goes in, she's good. But I'm gonna go to the last race, the 12th race, the final race. And I got a bit of a long shot here. Number 11, Severe Clear, is going to be my top pick. 10-1 on the morning line. And I saw this one on debut, and it really caught my eye because I heard Dean Pedersen, and he really liked this one. And took a ton of money. It was like 3-1 at one point. But, broke badly, had some issues, and then literally looked like he just gave up in the stretch and didn't run. I don't think we saw the real Severe Clear. There's some other ones that beat Severe Clear in the race, like Ride Elbow Ranch, and Ride Gold is obviously going to be the speed of the race. But I think that Severe Clear at 10-1 is going to be one of my keys. I'm going to be singling her in a lot of bets and hoping that that just was a throwout race. Again, took a ton of action and just didn't run a lick. And, I've seen those come back and redeem themselves. So I'm hoping that Dean Pedersen, one of my favorite trainers of all time, said he liked her, and I think she's going to improve by leaps and bounds on Saturday at 10-1.
And that was her debut, right?
That was her debut, yeah.
Oh, well, like Mike Joyce says on FanDuel, never seen a second-time starter he didn't like. And I'm a big, I'm a big component of that as well. I like a lot of second-time starters. So, and if you look back at all the champions that didn't win their first start, I mean, the list is long. So, I you know what? This is my kind of horse, my kind of angle. You and I, we handicap quite the same. I mean, we're both, that's one of my angles. When a horse gets bet in its debut, has an unexpected bad performance, and then the next time out you're going to get better odds anyway. So
Yeah.
Leave it up.
If she would have been, 12-1, it wouldn't be so impressive. But she took a lot of action, and she got a good endorsement by Pedersen, and just didn't fire first time out. Didn't know what was going on. Stumbled, broke bad, jumped over the dirt, was wide, and then Pereira just gave up. I think we're going to see a much, much, much better race, and it's probably going to be all a 10-1.
Yeah, sounds good to me. You know what, George? Thank you for giving us a price horse. You could always give us a favorite, but you're giving us a nice price horse with some gritty, very, very good reasosoning, and I appreciate that so much. And thank you for dealing with the technical difficulties. Just so everybody knows, Google Drive is down, so we're having to do things differently. And let me just say, Giorgio has been so patient and nice. This man is a gem. He's a sweetheart. And Santa Anita's very lucky to have him. And I'm lucky to have you as a friend, George. And thank you so much for giving us a nice price horse, man. I like your horse. I'm going to be betting it too. Let's make some money, buddy.
All right. The feeling is mutual. You're a gem. And I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Another thing wrong with horse racing. Now, today's segment is going to be about post times being too close to each other and races running on top of each other. How many times have we seen it where three major racetracks have races going off at the same exact time? It's insane, it's asinine, and it's so avoidable. All you would need is communication and a simple walkie-talkie and say, hey, can we delay this race 1 minute? Yo, can you delay this race a minute? That's all you would need to do. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, and you're losing millions upon millions in handle doing this. If anybody's been to an OTB or a racetrack that has other tracks to bet, you could see the people getting shut out day in and day out trying to bet these races. And there's nothing to do about it? There's nothing you could do about it? Come on. This is another thing wrong with horse racing. Scatter out the post times, especially with the major tracks, the one that the people are betting the most. Obviously, the Nairas, Gulfstream when that track is going, Oaklawn, Santa Anita, obviously the Churchill Downs, the Turfways, and the Kentucky Downs and Keeneland and all that, the powerhouses. Make sure those races don't go on top of each other. It's simple. Come on. It's asinine that I even have to ask you guys to change this. Just do it already. It should have been done 15 years ago. Gabe's quick pick Friday, race 6, number 4, Putt for Dough, 9-2 morning line. I like this horse a lot. She ran against Tougher last time. Goes down in class, back to where her friends are. Should prevail. Diego Herrera's on it. Good hustling young jockey who is in need of a win. I like betting these hungry jockeys. That's race 6, Friday, number 4, Putt for Dough. Santa Anita, my track. We're back with the man, Jonathan Paley. How are you, sir?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I know you've been burning the midnight oil handicapping these races at Canterbury and Prairie Meadows. I love your work ethic, man. You're a hard worker no matter what you do.
Well, I appreciate that. I've never bet Canterbury before, so it's a smaller track. I want to support it, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and you're going to be the guest handicapper at Prairie Meadows on Saturday as well.
One of several, yes. They put something out on X, I guess it's called now, or Twitter, asking for guest handicappers, and I just DM'd whoever, Prairie Meadows, and they got back to me and asked me when was a good time, and I told them, and so I will be a guest handicapper. My Twitter handle and my name will be on there along with my picks before each race, I believe. They're also letting me make a video. I'm going to do a pick 4 video. I haven't decided the early or the late pick 4 just yet, and who knows if that will be uploaded to their track feed, but they have to decide that.
Okay, that sounds good though. I know you've been
excited.
working hard on that.
Yes.
I've been to Prairie Meadows a couple of times, and I've bet the track, here and there. It's one of my tracks that I'll if I'm degening, I'll mess around with. But as you know, I've been really focused on Santa Anita. But enough about me. Let's get to you and Canterbury Park.
Okay.
We're going to do the early pick 5, you said?
There's only one pick 5 at Canterbury, and that is races 2 through 6 with an industry-leading 10% takeout. It's the lowest takeout of any multi-race wager in the country, or at least that's what they say.
Can't beat that. And
So
it
I'm
starts
excited
at
about
race 2.
Okay, yes. So starting with race 2. Now, a little bit about the way I handicap. I am a statistics-based handicapper. I use Formulator, and I love using the trainer filters on Formulator. So, for example, the first race is a mile on dirt for 3-year-olds and upwards that have never won 2 races, and it's a claiming race. So I put all those tabs in for the past year, because sometimes it doesn't really matter what a trainer did 5 years ago. Who cares, right? So for dirt, a route 3 years old and older, and then the past year, and then it got me to some pretty cool statistics. So that's one of the ways I handicap. I also looked at each horse's on this card's last race through Formulator, and just to see if there's any traffic trouble, or if a horse got a good trip, and I'm like, okay, he or she may not be a great bet the next time. Maybe that would be a way to bet against a vulnerable favorite if they had a dream trip.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I know you put a lot of work in it. I like that.
It's a labor of love.
It is a labor of love, and I know if you're going to give us some picks this week, that they're going to be well thought out, and you're going to put a lot of thought into it, a lot of work into it. You're not just throwing a dart at the wall. So I love that.
I appreciate that, man. A lot of it is chalky a little bit, but there are a couple prices in there. I did use some horses defensively. I have a budget, okay, and I'm going to play this ticket. I'm not just throwing out there. I will screenshot this, and I'll send it to you to send the group out. So just to put my money where my mouth is. And my only hope is that I don't lose in the first leg. That's my only hope. Get me to the second leg, and then we'll see what happens.
All right, and who you got in the first leg?
Okay, so this is a pretty competitive race, and I had to leave off a couple of horses that I didn't, but budgetary constraints forced me to do that. So I am going to go 2 deep in the first leg, and the 2, Handsome Harry, who is 7-2 on the morning line, and the 4, No Longer a Hobby, 2-1 on the morning line. And they're both trained by Jose Silva, who's a leading trainer at Canterbury so far. I mean, it's early, but he's the leading trainer. And out of the statistics that I got, he has a 24% win percentage on dirt route for 3 years old and older for the past year. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then it goes, and the 2, Handsome Harry, is going from a route to a sprint. So when I put that into the filters, that goes up to 27%. So the trainer's winning percentage on the horses go from 27% when I added the sprint to route angle.
Nice. Now, we're starting race 2. So what were the numbers again in race 2? Just the numbers.
Yes. 2 and 4.
Okay, beautiful. 2 and 4 in race number 2 at Canterbury
Yes.
Park. Now let's go to race 3. How many are we going deep in there?
Race number 3. We are going 3 deep here. Okay. Again, I'll just tell you, most of this is this. I like the trainer statistics and the replays. So I am going with in race number 3. This is the second leg of that pick 5. I am going with iConduit, who is 7-2 on the morning line. Going to try for a little bit of a price with this next horse. Little Trouble. He's the 5-1 on the morning line. And then I had to use this horse defensively in that sequence, and that is the 6, Big Stenson. He probably is the best horse in the race based on his buyer speed figures. I would have liked to try to beat him, but I couldn't leave him off.
So what numbers do you have in race 3 again?
1, 5, 6.
Okay. It helps to give the number out and the name, not just the name, just because a lot of people that they could hear the name and they maybe they don't know how a name should look or something. It's not anything to do with you. It's just better for people, just to say the number and the name or just the number.
Got it.
Now in race 4, how many do we have?
This is I had to go a little deeper here. Okay, so in race 4, I am going with the 2, Mahon Girl. I am going with the 3, Peyton's Beauty, who I had to use defensively. I didn't love her last race. She swapped to the wrong lead down the stretch. I don't like that, but I didn't want to get beat by that. The 5, Kentucky Starlet, and the 6, Miracle Minded, who's a little bit of a price, 4-1. So if I catch her, I'll be pretty happy.
Two, 3, 5, 6, correct?
That is correct.
All right, that's race 4 at Canterbury. And now, how about race 5? Who do we got in race 5, Jonathan?
Okay, so race 5. Race 5. It is the 1, Caught Off Guard, and the next horse. If I could have singled the 1, but I decided to try and catch a price here. I'm going with the 2, Pierre Noel, at 10-1. So that's a price there. So I'm going 1-2 in the 4th leg.
Oh, so just too deep in that race.
Yes.
Good. That sounds good. Because I know you don't do too big of tickets.
No.
So
no.
All right, and how about the last leg, race 6?
Okay, this is where this could come back to bite me because I had to leave off some horses that I didn't love leaving them off, but budgetary constraints forced me to do that. So I am going with the 2, Triple Pass. I am going with the 4, Crocodile Hunter. Now, a lot of cappers out there, if they were playing this, if they singled the 4, I have no problem with that. I have no problem at all. I'm going to go with the 6, Mr. Fabricator. And this is my long shot of the day at Canterbury Park is the 7, Sensical. 8-1 on the morning line. If I can get anywhere near that, I'm going to do cartwheels. But Sensical, the 7, the last leg of the pick 5, Canterbury Park, is my long shot of the day.
That sounds real good, my man. And so what would you say out of these 5 races would be your most probable winner in any of these races? Like if you were going to single, would it be race 5? Would it be race 2?
If I was going to single, it would be the last leg, and that would be the 4, Crocodile Hunter.
Okay.
And if someone wanted to single the 2 in the first leg, I could see that as well. But I didn't want to. My 2 picks in the first leg are by the same trainer, and I didn't want to have the other horse beat me. So that's why I had, and they're both pretty. They're going to be bet pretty hard at the windows. So if you to answer your question, it would be the 4 in the very last leg. I would single that horse.
Wow. And are you touching the other races at Canterbury, or are you just doing
I am. That's a good question. I am, but I haven't put together the tickets yet. My main focus was because I knew I was going to be honored to be on this show with you. And I wanted to put the time in to really dive in and get this done. And I still have some Prairie Meadows homework to do and do the rest of the card. I'm actually going to be on an airplane tomorrow with my kids. We're going back to the Boston area, so I'll have 6 hours on a flight that I can pour over these past performances.
Oh, wow. So you and kids on a flight. And how old are these kids?
My daughter is 9, who you've met. I've taken her to Santa Anita, and I took her to Los Al. Her name is Julia. And my son is 6.
Oh, wow.
His name is James. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're at pretty good ages where they behave then.
Yes. As long as they have snacks and as long as they have like the headphones with the iPads, we're good. And we're taking JetBlue, which has the TVs on the right in front of you.
Now, are you going to behave on the plane?
Yes. Now,
Okay.
Saturday when I'm with my friends at the OTB, that's a different story.
Yeah, exactly. But on the plane, you'll be okay?
I'll be all right. Yes.
All right. And I made a graphic for everybody with Jonathan's pick 5, and you'll be able to see it on the screen momentarily. And,
perfect.
I just want to thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man.
We're going to have you again. My pleasure. And don't forget, we got 12 races at Santa Anita on Saturday, too. And
not enough time in the day. I would love that, Gabe. Don't get me wrong. And Santa Anita is my home track. That and Del Mar. But I'm gonna...
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's 12 races at Santa Anita.
Yes. Oh, and I really want to say that I love what you do and to support the game. And one thing that you had said, what's wrong with horse racing? And a couple episodes ago, you said the beer lines. I agree with that. Now, if it's Saratoga, I don't know if you're aware of this. They allow you to bring coolers there with cans. I mean, they don't. You can bring beer or whatever, but as long as it's no glass, which I think is really good for Saratoga. Now, if Santa Anita doesn't want to do that, why not have like a happy hour? Have like $1 beer day instead of on a Monday holiday. Why not have it on a Saturday? I don't understand that. They want to, and Del Mar is the worst for gouging for food and drink prices. The worst, and I love Del Mar.
Yeah, I know. We gotta talk to management about this and see what we could do. Hopefully, get more people at the track and also, not make them wait in extraordinary lines and also not make them spend money. Get them to the track, and the money that they don't spend on the booze, they'll spend it on the horses.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I mean, it's a pretty common sense situation, and a lot of tracks do it. But I love your passion. I love your style, my man, and can't wait to have you on again. And good luck with everything, and be safe on your flight. Let me know that you made it there safe, and look forward to Jonathan Paley on Saturday at Prairie Meadows. His picks will be on there. And good luck with that track as well. And Canterbury, I'm going to follow you on your pick 5.
Sounds good.
So
Sounds good.
That's how much I have appreciation for your work ethic and how hard you do. I know you, and I know you put a lot of work into it. So I know I'm going to get most bang for my buck. So thank you so much. And it doesn't hurt the 10% either.
No, that's the reason. That was why I was drawn to it. And I want to support the track, as I mentioned earlier. But the 10% is very attractive, and I wish more tracks would follow suit.
Hell yeah, that 10%. Yeah, I need to support that more too. But nonetheless, thank you, Jonathan. You're a great guest, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, my man.
All right, Gabe. Take care. Be well.
All right, this is Gary Goldberg. I am a retired teacher out of LAUSD, been teaching for 57 years. Now I'm playing horses.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My best bet of the day for Saturday comes in race 2 at Santa Anita. It'll be the number 1, Dory Miller. As you can see up on the screen, She got claimed last time by my friend Leonard Powell, and he's a really good trainer who I respect immensely. She came out of that claim with a really nice workout. She has the rail, she has JJ, and JJ always puts on a run the last few days of Santa Anita. So, or any other West Coast track. So my best bet of the day for Saturday is in race number 2, number 1, Dory Miller.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to join Live and Breathe Horse Racing Group on Facebook. We have over 9,000 members. Join now.